Hi, I'm Kirby Allison, and today I'm coming to you from just outside the beautiful Stefano Bemer atelier right here on New York's bustling street. My initial introduction into the incredible world of Stefano Bemer took place on my recent trip to Europe, where in the beautiful Italian city of Florence, I undertook an unforgettable journey which thoroughly immersed me in the brand's core values of exceptional quality, spectacular craftsmanship, and age-old tradition. Perhaps the very essence of that which the great Florentine artisans have epitomized throughout the ages. While there, I took the opportunity to commission a pair of bespoke shoes, my first pair to be made in Italy. And during my time at Stefano Bemer's flagship boutique, Tommaso Melani, the owner and CEO of Stefano Bemer, offered with immense generosity to surprise me with a bespoke jacket he felt might best epitomize Florentine style. So, marking the delivery of my first pair of bespoke Italian shoes and the reveal of the fantastic surprise bespoke commission from Tommaso, today will indeed be a pinnacle moment in my own sartorial journey. So join me as I step inside Stefano Bemer's New York atelier to see these remarkable pieces. Tommaso. Hey,
So good
so
to see
great
you.
to see you.
How are you?
Doing great. You know, it's exciting
Awesome.
to be back in New
Welcome
York
to New York.
and to finally see the
welcome to the
beautiful,
store.
boutique here. This is
Like
it's
it?
gorgeous. Yeah.
Different, right? It has a New York vibe, but obviously it's a Florentine expression.
Yeah.
I'm happy with it.
Yeah,
It's
that's
cool.
great. Well, how was the rest of the Italian summer?
Hot, but very productive. As you know, we traveled on trunk shows in the Middle East, India, and far Asian part of our market. I've been, my back says I've
Yeah.
been traveling a lot.
You're certainly clocking in your airline miles.
Definitely.
How many times a year do you do the international trunk shows?
Twice a
markets?
year in the Asian markets and 3-4 times a year in the American markets. As a fact, I'll be in Dallas in a couple actually in a week, and then I'll be in California next, and then Montreal to follow.
Yeah, well, it's got to be great having the base here in New York because I'm sure it makes really servicing your American clients so much easier.
Absolutely.
Than say having to fly all the way to Asia or the
And
Middle
New York
East.
is such a hub for Americans. They all come for one reason or another. They all come to New York, and I realized that it was time for us to have a storefront on.
Yeah, well, it's beautiful. I mean, it's it seems to be kind of a full expression of the Stefano Bemer brand. I mean, we've got, of course, the beautiful shoes, right, and then we've got now the tailoring aspect.
The tailoring, correct. Well, for us, it was important to give a unified message, and so we're working on also even maximizing. I am even looking for a bigger store because we realize that there's demand and they want to see more, and so we'll see. I mean, there's the so-called expansion is a step at a time.
Yeah, of course, in New York, you've got the British, you've got a little bit of the French, and then you've got the Italians. I mean, do you find, New Yorkers and maybe even just Americans kind of favoring one genre or style of tailoring? I mean, how do they receive the Italian lifestyle?
I think without knowing exactly why, but they do favor one or the other. I've noticed that, they embrace completely one aesthetic or the other. And, I have friends coming for trunk shows like Neapolitan tailors, and rarely we overlap clients because there's a specific aesthetic, and I think the Florentine one has a very unique accent, as you know, and we'll see on you.
Yeah, I can't wait.
And it's I want to say it's very well received because Florentine is laid back, right? It's very conservative, classic, understated. The awful sprezzatura word about being effortlessly elegant.
Yeah.
So on a certain kind of client, it's very much appreciated.
Yeah.
That's what I'm.
But it's not as casual as, say, Neapolitan tailoring.
No.
Right. And I think in the New York market, to have still that casual elegance where walking down the street, I mean, most men are not wearing ties. I mean, if they're wearing jackets, they're not wearing ties. But there's still a lot of people wearing jackets that are going into the office that need a dress shirt, a jacket, but don't want something that's too formal.
I want to say the code for elegance has stepped down a bit. So you do see many wearing suits, even in a more formal, like lawyers and wearing suits, not ties, as you obviously noticed. And therefore, probably the Florentine aesthetic is fitting right in because it's made, even when, Florentine tie is typically the knit tie, so it's more casual. Casual is a bad word. It's more relaxed.
Yeah.
As an aesthetic.
Yeah, I think that's a kind of there's a real nuance there.
Yes.
Where it's not casual. There's nothing casual about it.
Exactly. It's never
but
casual.
It's just slightly more relaxed.
Correct. And so far the feedback has been very, very positive.
Yeah, well, that's what I enjoyed so much about Florence. And of course, I had no better guide. I mean, there was no better guide to Florence than you. And I still look back and so fondly on that time, the walking tour, of course, going and having a lunch and even dinner. I mean, it was exceptional. But you saw a man that was dressing up, right, that still was well presented, but still enjoying everything that Italy has to offer. So.
Yep. I think relax is indeed the right word. Like, not casual, because casual, I would look at casual as something that also want to catch the attention. The Florentine style is very blending in the environment.
Yeah.
So I would say relax is probably the best definition.
Well, great. Well, I have to tell you, I'm really excited. This will be my first pair of bespoke Italian shoes.
Yeah.
And then also, the jacket, which is a surprise. I have no idea what it is. But I'm certainly in good hands.
Let's see
with
what we've
you.
done. Yep.
So I don't know, where do we start? Should we start with the shoes or the jacket, you think?
Let's start with the shoes.
Okay. Well,
all right.
Great.
Let me grab it.
Right. Wow. Beautiful. Make some room.
Ready. Do you want to have a thrill?
This looks incredible. I mean, the packaging, it's like Tuscan wine here.
You have to make an impression, right?
Yeah. And then we've got
your spare stuff. The wax, the laces, the brush.
That's essential. Beautiful shoehorn. And then here we go.
It was an interpretation of something classic for you. So, Florentine, but rather classic. Let's see if we nailed it.
Wow, look at these. Beautiful. I mean, of course, it's hard to go wrong with black in terms of its versatility, but the hole cut and the toe shape, look at that.
And a fiddle, hand-sewn fiddle back on a black hole cut. I think it's...
the height of elegance. I mean, what I love about this is the versatility.
It's funny because I don't wear a lot of black either, but when I do, the whole cut makes a whole different presentation. So this is a Tradizione line, as you learned in Florence, which is a fully hand-welted, hand-lasted, hand-sewn fiddle back, made to order or ready to wear line. It surprisingly is our best-selling item, although it's the most expensive we have in the catalog.
Wow.
It was last made for you, but it's a made-to-measure, basically bespoke.
I mean, look at the waist, look at the heel. I mean, these are the details of the bespoke shoe.
What we've created in this collection is that if we can use the pattern of the ready-to-wear on your last, then all of the preparation, the designing of the pattern on the last, it's been done already. Yeah. So that's why we offer 2 levels of bespoke. It's not really 2 levels. It's either we can use the pattern or not use the pattern that we have.
I mean, what's great about the Stefano Bemer kind of collection, again, is delineating those different marks where progressively more and more work is required. So in this case, because you're able to use, what is a ready-to-wear pattern without having to do a pattern completely from scratch, that you're able to, pass those efficiencies on to the customer.
Exactly.
And what still at the end of the day is a completely handmade bespoke shoe with a custom last and all of the handwork that one would expect. Yep. These are gorgeous. Well, can I try them on?
No, of course, you have to. Let's try them on. Josh, do you mind helping us?
Yeah, not a problem.
This is exciting. Beauty of a bespoke shoe. It's tight lacing.
Especially with the whole cut. There's no tolerance on the pattern, so it's shaped on the last in order to provide the best grip on the instep.
And this is my favorite moment. Yeah, great. Look at that.
Now you want to go ahead and take a stand, make sure it feels comfortable around heel and step everywhere.
Amazing.
They look awesome.
Thank you. These feel great, and they're beautiful. They fit great. I mean, thank you so much. Those are incredible.
You're very welcome.
These are going to get a lot of good use.
Ready for the jacket?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
It only gets better. It's a classic. You know me well.
Yeah, blue blazer. It can't go wrong with a blue blazer.
I've got my black shoes and my blue blazer. This is, that could be the only thing I ever own.
Very Florentine indeed.
This is great, wow.
It's a nice mesh. I like it.
And, even with these trousers, I think the black shoes work.
It's perfect. Turned Italian in a few minutes.
Yeah, I know. I need a Negroni or an Aperol Spritz.
We're about to.
And,
I need one too.
Overall outfit, how does it feel?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, we've got good room. My challenge is I'm rounding the corner on 40 always inevitably is not enough room. So
the Florentine cut normally has a bigger shoulder and a smaller front.
Okay.
The extended slope and the back. I love how the back fits you.
Yeah. Talk to me a little bit about this dart right here. I mean, this is quite a diagonal
the
dart.
Florentine school is the only one left that kept the lack of the front dart.
Yeah, so
and
instead of
therefore
right
we
here.
have this diagonal seam that goes from the armhole to the pocket. So there's two less seams on any Florentine jacket. It's an English actually technique that was abandoned by everyone because the front pin that you create helps shape the jacket. It's kind of a shortcut. But in Florence, they decided that they will keep it.
Yeah.
So we keep
and so
it
this is still
complicated.
one panel.
It is still one panel.
This is a dart.
And it's correct.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yep.
So that's why it didn't go past
Yeah,
the
it
pocket.
doesn't go all the way down. It's a dart, but it goes from the armhole to the pocket.
We've got a nice roll on the lapel as one would expect, right? I mean,
We kept
patch
it,
pockets.
for you, we kept it like normal. Normally, nowadays, we're going slightly wider, but your aesthetic is almost English most of the time. So we thought, especially with the tie, we wanted to keep it more in proportion with your aesthetic. Otherwise, if you're not comfortable with it, then you wouldn't wear it. I want you to wear it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think the sleeves are pretty good. Maybe.
I think we're super, super close.
Yeah.
But the sleeves are going to move up and down a little bit, of course, with movement. And it's a lot of preference.
And it's
So
a
if you'd like
hop
to see
sack.
more-
You need to distress it a bit. You make it yours first, and then if there's any fine tuning that it's needed, we'll get it done.
Yeah. Okay. And then anything like right here?
I think it's a fabric. Again, it's a stiff. The mesh is stiff at first. Move it, break it.
So just like a pair of shoes, it needs to be broken in a little bit.
I was going to say, we usually say wear about 4 or 5 times and let it do its molding to the body.
Wow. The shoes are amazing. The jacket is great. Josh, thank you.
You're welcome.
For your help here.
Not a problem.
And Tommaso, I mean, this is outstanding. At super comfortable, nice, relaxed, right? Not casual, relaxed.
You're a perfect Florentine gentleman right now. All you're missing is a Negroni.
Okay. Well, is there
Let's
someplace
go grab
close?
one.
Amazing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you.
My pleasure.